And welcome back to Holistic Healthline, your direct line to great health. And joining us today is Hugh Woodward, president of Health to Go Incorporated, the makers of Twist 25 DHEA cream. Hugh has a Master of Science in Health Services Administration from Trinity University and Business Management from the University of Texas. And Mr. Woodward started Health to Go Incorporated to research, develop leading-edge science-based anti-aging wellness products and bring them to people conveniently. Hi, Hugh. Welcome back to Holistic Healthline.
Hi, Jane. It's great to be back.
Good morning, Hugh. Tell us, what is DHEA?
Hi, Peter. Well, DHEA is something we all make from birth, males and females alike. We make ever-increasing amounts of it through about the age of 25, when we're at our reproductive best as humans. Between the ages of, say, 20 to 25 is when we're most active, most energized, and most vital and able to have children and care for them well. Mental sharpness, all of those things coincide with DHEA being prevalent and being there in larger quantities. Unfortunately, what research has shown is that after age 25, we make decreasing levels at a rate of about 2% per year for the remainder of our lives. And that's a bad thing when you realize that DHEA is a pro-hormone or a hormone precursor for about 50 other hormones in the body. So it's kind of a very crucial key precursor, if you will.
So it will literally convert into other hormones that our body needs or can use.
Yeah, depending on in the metabolic cascade in our bodies, depending on which carbon chain is removed from originally acetate molecule, that is then that the body metabolizes that into cholesterol, and from that, pregnenolone and all of the carbon chain molecules below that, smaller carbon chains, the androgens, including testosterone, or estrogens, estradiol, estriol, estrone. And so that cascade, if you will, in human metabolism goes on from that large carbon chain molecule. And so when I say it's a base or precursor, it's just larger than those others, and depending on which the body needs, that's what's made with that carbon.
And now our body naturally produces DHEA, but what does it do for us?
DHEA, because it's a precursor for so many hormones, it's a pro-hormone in much the same way that vitamin D is a pro-vitamin. It helps as a catalyst, if you will, for many different functions. It helps in the formation of tissue, so for both skin, cartilage, connective tissue, bone. They found it to be very beneficial in the formation of bone tissue. But it also helps with our cardiovascular system. It counterbalances the inflammatory response of the body, which, as you know, cortisol is the hormone that is in the inflammatory system that is only counterbalanced by DHEA. So it's a very crucial thing. It helps with our energy, our mood, our muscle tone, our immune response, lean, shapely muscle, as we were saying, bone, and how well we sleep at night. Deep REM sleep is also affected by DHEA.
So you've created Twist 25 DHEA cream, but how come I can't just take a pill?
That's a great question, Peter. And a lot of people have tried DHEA pills, and they use them for a while, and they say, well, this isn't really doing me any good. I don't notice anything. Well, the reason is that when you use DHEA as an oral supplement or a pill, the liver filters out most of the useful free DHEA in what's called the first pass effect of the liver. And what does get into the bloodstream and increase slightly is DHEA sulfate, which is what is generally measured. So the physicians, for a long time thought, well, it's doing its job. It's increasing the level of DHEA sulfate readings, and so that must be a good thing. And interesting, we're not seeing the benefits we thought we would. When you use it as a cream that's absorbed in the dermis, you actually are able to absorb free DHEA, not DHEA sulfate. And free DHEA is what is readily converted by the body into the hormones we're talking about, the androgenic hormones. And it turns out that Dr. Labrie actually showed this, Dr. Fernand Labrie, that for postmenopausal women, for instance, more than 80% of hormone metabolism goes on in the dermis. So it's something that belongs there anyway, and it's a place that the body can readily use it and metabolize it.
Now, DHEA can be measured, correct? That there are tests that they can do. There was a study that was published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology, and they found, for instance, that men with low levels of DHEA in the blood had an increased risk of developing coronary artery disease than men who had normal levels of DHEA.
Yeah, that's right. Again, it's what they've realized is that a lot of the cardiovascular disease is problematic because of inflammation, and when the blood flow is constricted or impeded by cholesterol, and we have a high inflammation in the body, that's when we're most apt to have heart attacks or cardiovascular disease in general that can lead to heart attacks. So DHEA, since it counters inflammation and helps with epithelial tissue formation, which is what your blood vessels are made of, they've found that DHEA is really beneficial to reduce the risks of heart disease for men, in particular, elderly men. And they've since also done a study with women where they had similar findings. And not as significant, but still very positive. So it's a big, important thing to help our cardiovascular health, a number one killer in the U.S., and the number two, cancer, is also beneficially affected when you use a DHEA supplement. So, yeah.
That was going to be my next question. There's so many people out there that are afraid, when you say this is a hormonal supplement, it gets people nervous, and specifically with cancer.
It's really common that people are afraid of anything that's related to hormones because of a study that was done many years ago with not bioidentical hormone, but hormones that were synthesized from pork and beef sources, and or horses' urine, and those products are not what we call bioidentical. Bioidentical hormones have not been shown to increase the risks of cancer, and DHEA actually reduces risks of cancer of all types. When your DHEA level is higher, your risks of developing cancer are lower.
They've also, I think, various studies have also shown a relationship to low levels of DHEA to increased autoimmune conditions, as well as osteoporosis and diabetes, type 2 diabetes. So it definitely affects our metabolism as well, and increased weight gain.
Absolutely.
So
and they think that's because it helps. That DHEA helps with insulin sensitivity, is what they've decided, that in that way we're able to burn the energy rather than store it away that we consume. So it's got very beneficial effects there as well. In fact, the immune response is much better because it increases the number of and the activity of what are called natural killer cells. And natural killer cells are those gobblers that we have in our system that you see in many of the science specials, where they consume the bad guys, the foreign invaders or the mutant cells, and so DHEA helps with natural killer cells as well.
Hugh, we got to take a quick break, and we get back. I want to talk a little bit because for women with menopause, because a lot of things happen when you go through menopause. I hate to say that are not very comfortable, and low levels again of DHEA has been found a contributing factor to increasing those symptoms. So when we get back, I want to talk a little bit about that and osteoporosis. We'll be back in a moment with Hugh Woodward, who is the main guy talking about DHEA and why it's so beneficial, and the Twist 25 DHEA is specifically the one that you want to use. We'll be back in a moment with Holistic Healthline, your direct line to great health. And welcome back to Holistic Healthline, and our guest, Hugh Woodward, who is the founder of Health2Go Incorporated, the makers of Twist 25 DHEA cream. And Hugh, a study came out in the journal Menopause, which is the journal of the North American Menopause Society, and they found that women who, 84% of women in the clinical trial who had moderate to severe vaginal dryness, when they utilized DHEA cream, had significant improvement in 12 weeks. They found that the scale for pain with sex dropped significantly. They found that less thinning of the vaginal lining. They also found improvement as far as vaginal secretions and decreased the acidity, and so again, much more pleasant for women as they go through menopause.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, DHEA is known to help, as we were talking about, sleep. But for women, since it is a base for all the estrogenic hormones, there is a definite improvement that occurs with respect to menopausal symptoms. So the hot flashes, the night sweats, or tossing and turning at night where you're not sleeping well, not sleeping deeply. A lot of people that I talk to call it a sense of well-being or focus, that as they get into menopause, they kind of lose that sense of well-being or focus and lose interest in sex. As we were saying when the show started, we make the most DHEA when we're in our sexual prime as humans, be it male or female. And then so for women, that mental sharpness and focus is by virtue of hormones that are very plentiful when we're young, but for a woman that is just at menopause and after menopause, replacing some of that DHEA that's not there anymore has just incredible benefit. And it takes about 3 weeks, women or a couple of cycles, because of the fluctuation in hormones that women go through each month with their menstruation, and even after menopause, the use of DHEA just has great effects. And what they found, this is really interesting, is because Twist 25 is a DHEA cream made in a pharmaceutical-grade coconut oil base, it can be applied vaginally. And when it's for external use, and when it is applied vaginally, women tend to make more estrogenic hormone with it than androgenic hormone. And so it's got many benefits for vaginal dryness, as you were talking about, and vaginal health in general, and tissue.
And I think for any woman who's gone through menopause, No, oh my God. Hugh, we know it helps men as far as sex drives. I mean, that is a known component. But I just want to quickly have you, I know you're doing a special offer, and I want to make sure we get that out so that people who are looking for the Twist 25 DHEA cream can take advantage of your offer.
Yeah, we are doing a special today for Holistic Healthline listeners, where if you put in the coupon code at checkout, Holistic, you will get an extra 15% off the Twist 25 product that you purchase. Now, I would recommend a 3-pack because then you get $15 off for getting a set of 3, a 3-pack, and then put on the Holistic coupon code on top of that, and you'll get another 15% off of that, so another $20.25 saved, in doing that. Now go to twist25.com online, and or you can call us if you like, toll free at 888-489-4782. And if you're driving, don't have a wreck, trying to write this down, just remember 888-4, the number 4, Twist 25, and then just spell Twist 25 out on your phone, and you will get the same number, 888-4 Twist 25. And so just remember it that way, and be safe out there.
You can also call the Tree of Life Wellness Center. We can give that information out again.
I can tell the listeners out there, and I've told the story before, but when Hugh originally called me a few years back, talking about his product, I said, sir, listen, I appreciate it, but I have taken DHEA for lengths of time. I've taken DHEA in high doses, and to be honest with you, DHEA doesn't really do much. And Hugh has the nerve to tell me that I'm wrong and his product is going to show me a difference. I said, well, all right, listen, you go ahead, send me a product. I'll try it out. I promise you I will try it out, and I promise you I will tell you the truth one way or another, exactly what I feel or don't feel from this product. And I called him and went, wow, okay, your product works. It very quickly, the first thing I saw when we mentioned sleep earlier, but that was the first thing I saw. The audience knows I've had sleep issues for most of my life. I used this product and went, wow, I am sleeping great.
And I can tell you since then, we've had other people who have also had sleep issues. Hearing Peter say that, utilize the Twist 25 DHEA cream and have come in to report that they found the same benefits. So,
and then the longer I took it, I would see gradual, subtle, but changes kept coming. Like I'd notice new things, new positive changes happening over time.
And
so
I just also want to quickly mention that a study from the St. Louis University found that women utilizing DHEA in conjunction with calcium and vitamin D could lower the risk of spine fractures in older women by 30 to 50%. That's huge.
That is. Yeah, it is. And the reason for what Peter's describing is there's medical research that showed Dr. Fries and a few other doctors did this study, but it's entitled DHEA administration induced a significant increase in rapid eye movement sleep. So it's REM sleep, and it's something that they've found your sleep is deeper when your DHEA level is higher. And so that's that deep
restorative
sleep where we really do a lot of the dreaming and the rebuilding that our body does for the next day.
Hugh, we're almost out of time. I want you to give out that offer one more time, and also how do people can connect with you?
Yeah, absolutely. Go to twist25.com, www.twist25.com. You can read articles about the product on the blog at blog.twist25.com, but put in coupon code HOLISTIC when you check out, and you will get an additional 15% off of your order while this offer is going this week. And so don't forget, go to twist25.com or call us at 888-489-4782, which is the same as 888-4-TWIST25 if you spell that out on your phone.
And I just want to mention to people, if you only caught the tail end of this interview, the interview will be posted on our website if by the end of next week. So check in if you only caught a portion of it, because you want to hear the whole interview. Hugh, you're amazing.
Oh, it's always a pleasure, Jane. And Peter, thank you so much for having me on the show. I always love talking to your customers. You've got some great listeners out there that love your show and think very highly of you. So thank you.
Thanks, Hugh. Have a good weekend. And again, if you didn't get that number or the information, give the Tree of Life Wellness Center a call at 508-336-4242. We will happily extend that information out to you. Thanks, Hugh.